Look around you. Where you are right now, as you're watching this, look around your house. There are tools you have you're not using that can actually fetch you a whole lot of funds.
Forget about what people are saying. Don't listen to what people are saying. What people say about you or think about you is none of your business.
Many entrepreneurs want to build a business at the same time feed from the business. It cannot work. In Lagos,
but you just get to do something. Stop waiting for manna to fall from heaven.
never you at any point think you have 100% strength. It's not possible. So as a leader, you focus on your strength 100%, then your weakness, you get someone to fill it in. Now, the person you are bringing in, ensure that the person's weakness is your strength.
You have to come with something to the table. So what are you coming with as a woman? What are you bringing? Is it your intellect? Is it your beauty? We all know that beauty doesn't help anybody. If not, I'll be where Dangote is today.
Please, if you are listening to me, don't try and sell what is not sellable if you don't have the funds to push it.
Thank you for connecting with Simeon Ononobi today. Live sessions hold every Tuesday and Friday at 5 p.m. Please turn on post notifications for live updates.
Hello, welcome to Connect with Simeon. This is one show that I started and it's gaining momentum, it's gaining traction because of you lovely people that listen and watch the show. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for coming on the show today. This is a show where we showcase lovely ideas, lovely entrepreneurs, lovely investors, lovely wonderful staff, professionals in different endeavors that are making Africa great, that are making Africa connect. We want to change narrative. We want to change our own story. And in changing our story, we need to tell stories. We need to tell stories of wonderful people doing absolutely wonderful things here in Africa, here in Nigeria. And we are going to take ourselves to the next level. We can't wait for outsiders to come and help us. We can help ourselves. Connect with Simeon started, this is about our 20th episode, and you could go to the YouTube page to see wonderful entrepreneurs that have shared live hacks, that have shared live ideas on what they've done, how they've hustled through. And today I have another lovely entrepreneur, someone who, in spite of the pandemic, is churning out loads and loads of money. How she's doing it, she's going to tell us. So I'm going to be having a wonderful guest. She's a microbiologist. Yeah, she's a microbiologist. She's a wife. She's a mother. She's a wonderful professional. And still, she is an entrepreneur. She just started a new entrepreneurship platform. And she's going to be telling you all about it. Let me not spoil the fun. Also on the show, I'm going to be telling you a lot of things, and I would have to apologize. We're supposed to launch our amazing platform, but it's going to be next week. But I'm going to be telling you all about it and keep you posted on it. Let me not wait. She just walked into the studio. Let me just bring her in. I am bringing in Uloma. Uloma is in the studio. Uloma Obichere, the CEO of Cat Trollers. I hope I got that right. Cat
Trollers.
Yes. So it's cat pushers, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And, I mean, we go way back actually. Being all fair and open, Uloma was with me in school. She was actually, I was her president. I was the president of our faculty, and she was in the same faculty with me. And I know Uloma for wanting to, go into biology, do all those biological things. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing this, biologist become an entrepreneur, and she's like doing a lot of business. Like even while she was coming to the studio, she just kept, I'm getting orders, and I had to like stay aside. Uloma, you have to tell us how this is happening. Welcome to Connect with Simeon.
Thank you so much, Simeon, for having me. Hi, guys. How you doing? Hope you're safe. How is the lockdown? Hope you're not locked down in your mind. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Uloma, this show, we talk about the realities. We talk about things that are happening. A lot of people say, a lot of people just talk about how they made it, how they, came from zero to become something without telling the whole story. Is there a godfather? Is there, somebody pumping in money? Is there somebody doing something? How did you just become what you are? Didn't you hustle like us and stuff like that? So let's take it back to the beginning. I know you did microbiology, industrial microbiology.
Yes.
Why are you not in the lab right now? Why are you not doing something right now? What changed? What made you this, super entrepreneur that you are today?
Okay. Let's start from school. I actually wanted to study medicine. I was one of those bright children that daddy wanted to do medicine. Of course, jammed us, and we didn't get medicine, so we did microbiology. But I've never had a passion with medicine or microbiology. I've always been a salesperson. I've always been a customer service person. I always have this passion to sell something to someone, especially something genuine, and convince them and see them happy buying into whatever I'm selling. So it was an inborn thing. I always wanted to look for a way to, express that. So after school, I just had to I worked, with what do you call it now, Guinness, Nigeria, and I worked with a bank. I worked in a couple of other places, but I always knew I was not going to be there. I always knew I was going to start something someday. And it didn't happen till I was married. So when I got married, I started selling. I started with fashion. So I used to do an offline sales, okay? And because I'm somebody, I believe in things, making things easier. Call me lazy. Somebody can call it lazy, but I've always had ideas churn out of my head in ideas that make things easier. So I, started having ideas. I go to bankers. I sell quality fashion, so I look for people who can pay. So I go to the bankers and people who I know can pay, and they always bought from me. I always sell out. So so I thought one day, I said, this going to the bank all the time, or going to people door to door, is there no easier way to do this thing? Okay, so I decided to sell online, but I didn't want to do the Facebook thing, Instagram stuff. I wanted something that not only my customers can reach me, I wanted something that people could reach me globally. Because when I started thinking about that idea, okay, I thought about it being global. I didn't think about it just being something I buy and sell and eat food. No. And prior to that as well, way back when I was a child, I used to go to the market with my mom. So, and she would waste time the whole day, going from shop to shop, pricing the same item. At the end of the day, she goes back to the very first person to buy. So she loved me going to the market with her, but I hated it because I'm like, we go out by in the afternoon, we come back in the evening, everybody's tired and hungry, then we start cooking. So I used to tell her that I'll build a robot that will go to the market for me. I used to say that I'll build a robot. So, and now fast forward to now. I may not have built a robot that walks with a cat and goes to the market, but Catrolas is the robot. Okay, I don't need to go to the market, waste time, go from shop to shop. I bring the shop to me and I stay on my chair and I choose which shop I should buy from. I see the varieties, I see everything. So, and that was how Catrolas came to be. All right, so I didn't just form Catrolas. I went to a training school. I learned how to build websites. I learned how to, do those things. I didn't just want somebody to do it for me. I'm the CEO. You don't know what's happening in your company. there's practically no aspect of catch rollers that I don't know. So I wanted to know the business. I wanted to understand how it works. I wanted to understand how selling online works. So I went, read about it, studied it, spent years. I did some surveys. I threw out surveys, lots of surveys, asked questions about people buying online. Then, of course, the likes of Jumia, Due Day, and the rest of them were on then. And I noticed people were buying, people weren't so conversant with selling and buying online. So I did a lot of surveys, and I found out that it was the business of the now and the tomorrow, because the world is getting global. We are all coming together as one little space, a village of one, people of one small village. And I saw it early, and I knew that if I'm going to be selling door to door, I would go extinct one day. So I thought, how can I make this thing global? How can I make it last, the coming generations? And we tried to build the website. I wasn't so savvy in IT. So I married an amazing man who happens to be an IT professional with over 6 certifications in IT. So I had to bring him in.
So you called him into building for you?
Yes. So I brought him into the IT aspect. He practically built the IT infrastructure of Catchulous Nigeria. And that infrastructure is what you see today. But the rest of the tweaking, the rest of what you see is me and my team. So, and that's how we came about Catchulous.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, an amazing story. So, I mean, I'm going to bring out some little facts from what you said. So first you went to, you did the normal thing. So you went to look for a job, you worked in a bank, you worked in different places, got ideas and got, different experiences. Then you went deliberately to study what you thought, or to learn what you thought you needed. You didn't hold back and say, hey, I did biochemistry or I did microbiology, so I have to be stuck up on this. Or you didn't go back to school to say, oh, let me go and study medicine since daddy wanted me to study medicine. You deliberately knew what you wanted. You set a goal and you went for that goal. If you're listening to me right now, that's one critical thing you need to do. If you have a pen and paper right now, just write down a goal. What exactly do you want to do? And start looking at how do you achieve it? And that's where Uloma is today. So Uloma, I'm looking at your what you've said so far. There's an element of you trying to do a lot of things. And a lot of people keep complaining and saying, this is too tough. This is too much. How do you manage your mom, your wife? You need to study, you need to train. Now you have staff. Like, what's the typical day like? Like, don't you go mad? Like, with everything happening in Lagos.
I must be very honest with you. It can get crazy. On a normal day, it can practically get crazy. But I have this mantra that strength is in the mind. If you say you're tired, you'll be tired. If you say you can't, you can't. And that's the truth. If you say I can, then I can. And in a way, how I get my strength is in being joyful, in trying to do something I love doing. You find out that naturally, if you do something you love doing, strength comes from nowhere. And Catchulous is something I love doing. I am so in love. If Catchulous were a man, I would have married him. I love what I do. In fact, some days I don't sleep. Sometimes my husband wakes up in the night and sees me wide awake. And he's like, what is wrong with you? Sleep. Whatever it is I'm thinking, I'm like, one idea jumped into my head. He said, by 2 a.m., idea is jumping. Sleep now. Most of the times I practically don't sleep. And it doesn't really affect me because I have joy doing it. All right. Wow. So being a mom, being an entrepreneur, being a wife, being a worker in the church because everything, it looks like they want a piece of you all the time. I had to go back to the virtuous woman. I studied her very carefully. Go back and study Proverbs 31 if you're a Christian or you read the Bible. She had servants. She was a virtuous woman, but she had servants. And not one, not two, she had a way of dishing out responsibilities and ensuring they are done. And I'm very sure she was so wise that she picked her servants carefully. So I've never, since I started this company and since, till now, I have never had to regret a staff that I employed. I've always had very capable hands, even in my domestic staff at home. I've always had very capable people. People who know me and are watching us right now will bear witness about what I'm saying. They keep asking me, how do you get your house helps? How do you get your house helps? As in, I don't know, maybe it's me. I read people. Okay, that's a gift. If I can say that, I have this gift. I can easily read people. If I'm with you for just a few minutes, I can tell the kind of person you are. So when I do interviews, I not only see your capabilities, I read your temperament. I know what temperament fits what role. Now, if I'm having a house help, for instance, I know I need somebody who has a bit of a phlegmatic, a male, and a sanguine, because it takes these three temperaments to understand and tolerate children and be patient enough to do a domestic work. Same with my office. If I'm getting a manager, I need a choleric and I need a sanguine, or I need a sanguine and male, or a choleric and a male. Then if I want somebody who should take details about things in the office, I look at during interview for a melancholic, a pure male. I don't mind you being sad all the time. It's fine as far as you're doing your job. Okay, because males, they are always frowning because they are thinking. So I know who to pick for what role, and I've never regretted it. So when I have these capable hands working around me, I kind of sit back and relax and do a monitoring duty or job over everything, and that has always worked over the years.
Wow. I'm getting a lot of comments, guys. If you have questions, please throw it in. So you did not set up a physical store. You didn't go looking for a loan, get trucks of money, the way the normal entrepreneur in Nigeria would tell you, I need money. I need millions of naira. I don't have anywhere to get millions because I need to open a shop in Tejo Show, or I need to open a big supermarket in just to get something done. How would you advise a mom just sitting at home right now, or an entrepreneur just trying to start up a business? Yeah. What are those things that they should look out for, that you looked out for? You didn't start your business with $1 billion naira. No. How did you grow it to where it is today? What were the first things you did? What were the first things you looked out for, apart from marrying your husband, though? But what were the first things you looked out for?
Okay, I looked out for what I had. I started with what I had, which were my laptop, my knowledge, and in fact, doing an online business, you don't necessarily have to get an office. I actually got an office because of my customers. So they do know that I'm not running away with their money. Without that, having a physical office because sometimes they'll call you, they'll be like, where is your office? Okay, doing an online business, you don't necessarily, in fact, the COVID-19 has even made it obvious. You don't really need an office to do an online business. Most of the vendors that sell on car trollers, over 200 vendors that are selling on car trollers, most of them don't have an office. They work from their home. Okay, so when I started working from my home, from my dining table. I got orders, I fulfilled those orders. What I did was I partnered with people. An advice for a mom out there wanting to do a business. Sometimes you don't need cash. Sometimes you need partners. What I did was I found out that I didn't have money. I sought for loan, I sought for grants. They were not coming. So I couldn't stay and say, I don't have money, so let me just sit back there. No, I had to sit down, and I went to a business school. And during my study, at Lagos Business School, I learned that you don't actually need money. What you need is people. So I look for the people around me. I need an office space. I can't pay the rent. So I meet a friend who has an office space, and we bargain. I need your office space. What do you sell? You sell fashion. I will sell your fashions for free. Give me your office space. I use it for a drop-off center. Oh, that's cool. So for every sales we make for that vendor, we don't take commission. It's free. So we sell yours for free while we take your office. So that was what I was doing. So I had centers where you could drop off things, but they were not my office, and I was working from home. Then another thing you can think about is, I don't have money. Exchange service for service. You need a dispatch rider. You cannot buy a bike. For God's sake, don't go and borrow money and buy bike. Because when you purchase such inventories, when you I say inventories, so such capital, investment, you have to maintain them, okay? And these costs, you're increasing your costs, because when you run a business, the most important thing is to minimize your overheads, your costs as much as you can. You minimize your costs so that you can maximize output. But for a startup who maybe don't have that so much money to put into the business, you can, start by working towards expanding the business, not really making profit at the beginning, because profit in Nigeria, doing business in Nigeria is really tough. You need God, honestly, and you need grace to do business and survive in Nigeria. So capitalize on expanding your business, look for partners here and there, do business with people, exchange service for service. Do this thing for me, I'll do this thing for you. We don't charge each other. Or you can get your friends who are, gurus in their area and let them buy a chunk of your business. But you have to be very careful. You have to get, an advisor to be sure how you sell shares of your company to people so that you don't make mistakes, okay? But these are ways you can get your business running, and that is practically what I did. So I have a lot of people partner with me, do one thing for me, not necessarily for free. I do something else for them, and we just keep pushing our business like that. And here we are.
Wow. I mean, let's unpack that. That's really, really full. Let's unpack that. So you're talking about network. You have to get people to work with you. You have to maximize the what you have from home. So when I hear people from Silicon Valley tell me that Facebook started from a house, Twitter started from a house, Catrola started from a house. So you can actually maximize your network. Number two, you spoke about, working with friends, working with people that know you, let them be able to share, exchange expertise with you so that they can help you do things that you can't pay for. And finally, you spoke about expanding what you have to be able to accommodate other people via share selling, via, giving a bit of the companies that you have just to get people to help you achieve the results you want. And at the end of the day, you didn't need a big bag balance. You just needed, what was in your head. And you also threw in there that you went to a business school. Is that really very important?
Yes, it is. Oh, it is absolutely. Please, unless you just want to buy and sell and take care of food in the house, then please go ahead, buy, sell, and eat the money. But if you want to build a business, please go to school. Go and learn from people who have been where you want to be. Let them give you nuggets. Let them give you ideas and hacks, into what you're going into. And for God's sake, you need a mentor. You need somebody who has been where you're going to, who will tell you what to expect with the decisions you're taking and tell you what decisions to take so that you can expect something you are dreaming about. So you must go to school. If you have to pay for it, pay. If you have to get a scholarship, go ahead. But please don't venture into business without being schooled, especially if that is not what you read in school. I read microbiology. I didn't do anything about business. I can't go into a field when I am a novice, when I don't know anything. I have to know what I'm doing. So in my case, I got a scholarship. Okay, I'm still schooling. I am still on a one-year scholarship. I'm still schooling. So you keep learning, and again, the times are changing, things are changing. You need people to tell you, what the right decisions to take, especially in this COVID-19 and the evolving, years to come. You need to know what to do. You need to know what not to do. And you need to know your business model. You need to understand what you have to offer out there.
Wow.
You need to know what makes you different. You need to know what makes you different. Yes, you can't come out to compete with giants and you don't have something special or different to offer. You need to know what you're bringing to the table. And you need to be sure you have buyers. You need to be sure there are people who will patronize what you have. So you need school. So it's in school you will know if the business idea is what you should do now. Like for instance, when we started at Made in Nigeria, fashion. And we found out that the Nigerian market was not ripe for that. So we didn't shift totally, but we had to, mutate. You did biology in school. Mutation is just, we alter the DNA of the company in a way that it can accommodate, the market that we have in Nigeria. And that's exactly what we did. So you need to know that. If not, you will go out there, rent a store, spend money, and nobody's buying. And you're wondering what is wrong. Is it my village people? Or no, it's knowledge gap. Yeah. So you need to go.
I love that. Village people. Yeah. This is fun. I speak to a lot of people. I mentor a lot of people, and I always tell them the same thing: listen to your customers. Don't just start a business and not listen to your customers. Listen to your customers, and that's what you're saying again. Please, Uloma is reiterating what I've told everybody. Listen to your customers. Don't go head sink into a business without understanding what your customers really want. If you're selling Gary and everybody says I want beans, sell beans to them. Like
exactly.
don't be stuck on selling Gary to them. Sell beans to them. So at the end of the day, it has to do with listening to your customers. Somebody has already questions have started coming in. I'll start pushing out those questions. Please roll out more questions for Uloma. So let me just take the question. Somebody says, how did you get the scholarship? People want to know. How did you get this scholarship? You're still in school, Lagos Business School for that matter. How are you so special?
Okay, there are opportunities out there. People just don't know. So I'm going to just mention one. Go to opportunitydesk.com. There are opportunities. They churn out every day, just that people don't know. So opportunitydesk.com is one of the places I got info. Then talk to people. Sometimes you are too embarrassed to talk about your needs. Please, we are all laughing skeletons. Let people laugh. See, I have this mantra, laugh. We are all laughing skeletons. If they peel out our skin, we are all laughing skeletons. So it's when I decide to part my lips, I'm laughing as well. So tell people, ask questions, talk to people. Don't make it look like you're afraid that people will know that this is what you're going through. No, I talk. So how I got this scholarship was I heard about it on Opportunity Desk, and there were some banks. I think that was last year. There are some banks that were giving opportunities to women in business in Nigeria, and I applied, and out of a lot of women, I was given the scholarship. So I did those courses in Lagos Business School. I finished one in Lagos Business School. I met an old schoolmate. She went to FUTO. I went to Federal University of Technology, Owerri. So I met her. She recognized me. We were in hostel seat together. So she was like, you're here? I said, yeah. And she was like, oh, we talked about the program. She was like that she's in part one AWEC, African Women Entrepreneurial Corporation. Yeah. So she's in AWEC, and she said she was taking cohort 2. And she was like, why not apply? You have a very beautiful business model and you're doing great. So why not apply? It's a 1-year, scholarship. And I was like, wow. So I applied. So out of 2,660 people, 200 women were selected from all over the world. And I was one of them, and keep applying. They were not the only ones that I applied for. There were some I applied, I didn't get them, but I didn't stop. I kept applying, and because I know I can't pay for those things. These things run in millions, in tens of millions. So I knew I couldn't pay. So I looked out, or you can go on Google or any other search engine and say opportunities, scholarship opportunities in Nigeria. You will see lots of them. Apply. You might be rejected in some, but there is no way one. You must be taken in one.
Wow. I mean, free nugget from Uloma. We're all laughing skeletons. No one should be shy to ask for help. Also, opportunitydex.com. I mean, I'm hearing for the first time, so I'm going to rush there immediately after this program to see what opportunities I can get. And it's interesting, you know, I used to think about Lagos Business School. When will I go to Lagos Business School? When will I go to Lagos Business School? And one day I was invited to actually teach at Lagos Business School. I was like, sure.
Oh, wow.
You know, so it's like you dream of something and you just work at it, and you know, it happens. I've been given, you know, opportunities there to help other entrepreneurs and things like that. So talking about opportunities and how to take them, how do you just go all out and just look for opportunities? How do you, apart from the fact that, okay, your network, you know, you talked about building networks, you've talked about building, you know, friends, you've talked about using what you have to get what you want. You know, you have this service, you banter with another service, and at the end of the day, the banter goes through, you build a business. Then COVID-19 hit a lot of businesses. I mean, I know a lot of my friends that had to fire, you know, a company of 500 staff, fired everybody and just went, you know, under. A lot of people have been going under. Some have been pivoting. Some have been doing new things. But Uloma, you grew. I mean, if I might say 10x since COVID-19. How did a pandemic become, you know, a source of more business? Like, you know, how did you turn it around? Because I noticed when I wake up in the morning, Uloma telling me, come and buy this. When I'm going to bed in the night, Uloma is telling me, come and buy this. Like, Uloma is, I have her phone number. She's on my WhatsApp group. She's consistently telling me, come and buy this, come and buy. I just finished talking about my smart mug, and she's saying, you know, she's going to have it on controllers very soon, you know. So, like, everything is an opportunity. How did you make COVID work for you?
First of all, like I told you, I am a passionate person when it comes to my business. And there is a very famous quote by Charles Darwin. I'm going to quote it. He said, "It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is most adaptable to change." So change must happen. I have accepted that change must happen. That will get to a point in my life that things around me will change, and I've prepared my mind and my shock absorbance for change. And I am not averse to change. A lot of people are, because you are selling a banana, and right now is COVID-19. Okay, let me not even use banana because it's a fruit. I don't know what I can use. Something that is not relevant right now. You say, that's what I want to sell. So I keep selling it. No. Don't change your business model. In fact, let me put it this way. When change happens, I was even speaking with some of the people in our office plaza and some other business owners this morning, and we're talking about the COVID-19. And I said, every company has a DNA. And one thing about DNA is that it mutates. It's like gene, you know, it mutates. So that is a COVID-19. What aspect of my business, or what, aspect is fine, of my business can I maximize with this change? Take, for instance, you're a teacher. Right now, schools everybody's at home. You're a teacher. You are not being paid. And you're at home sulking and nursing your wounds and nursing the months they've not paid you. Why? Why not start something? Think. Everybody's online now. Everybody's using Zoom and Google Meet and some other, ways to communicate. Why not start something? Think, what can I use my teaching to do that can benefit parents? What do they need? What do parents need? A lot of parents now are busy. They go to work. They don't have time to follow up with their children's tablets, school work and all. Why not start something? Start a school where you work with these children. You help them with their homework and they pay you. Just think about something. You're still teaching, not in a normal classroom, but at least you've mutated, you've gone online, you've sought a need. This is a need, I'm telling you for free. This is a need right now. A lot of parents need somebody who will take on the homework of their children. They might not want you to come to their house because of the COVID-19. Find something, think about it. So that's it. Know what your business is doing. Look for an aspect that you can tweak to meet a need in the current situation, and you sell. And that's what we did. People are retrenching and sacking. I'm employing. In fact, I still need people because the load is getting too much.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just it.
Yeah, so Obina Buaja asked the question. He says, what are the quality of partners you should look out for?
People that have the same gene with you, people who have the same core values with you. Look at, for every business, you should have a core value. You should have a set of core values. You might just have one, you might have 3, 5, whatever, but have core values. Look for companies that have such core values. We have logistic partners, and we do our own personal logistics, and we have partners. We look for partners who have the same values with us, because if you say we have fast and safe delivery, and are working with a logistic company that breaks, or destroys your consignment in transit, those people they won't call the logistics company, they will call you. They'll say your company breaks and destroys packages in transit. So look for a company who believes in what you believe in, who have the same values as your company does, who have similar core values with yours, and work with them. They are out there. You may have to search for a while, but you will find them. So when you find them, meet with them. Don't be afraid. See, the highest somebody will tell you is no. They will not beat you. Go, don't be afraid of people. Meet them, ask to have a meeting with them, talk with them. It will shock you that what you have to offer, they've been looking for it since, but they've not seen anybody. So meet people, talk to them. Highest they'll say is yes or no. You go to the next person. So look for people who have such values, partner with them, and do business with them.
Wow. Obin, I hope that answers your question. Yeah, so it's really interesting. Any other questions? Okay, so some people are sending private questions, so I'm going to throw those private questions to you. What about competition? How do you see competition? A lot of people are afraid to teach or train or even talk about their business because competitor might be listening. How do you handle competition?
Competition is inevitable. There is, in fact, every business you do today, you have competitors out there. And it's a reality you must accept. For every Ugo seller, there is another Ugo seller. But it will shock you that in the midst of all the Ugo sellers, one always sells out and one carries theirs home. Why? Find out why. Why are they buying this one? Why are they not buying mine? Like you said, listen to your customers. Now, if you're running a business, competitors will be there. They will compete with you. People will prefer yours. Some will prefer those of your competitors. Find out what your business, what your business model is about. Like I said earlier, know what you have to offer. Don't go offering what is existing, especially if the one that is existing has a lot of investment and money to push theirs and you don't. For instance, somebody is selling black coffee. You can open your store and sell creamed coffee. Then you can add some other things. Maybe you can add black coffee as an additional, product. Take Coca-Cola, for instance. They have Sprite, they have Fanta, they have others. But their core product is their Coke. So that Coke is, in fact, the brand is the essence of that brand. Now, it doesn't mean they might not advertise their Fanta and their Sprite, but that is what is different about them. That's what they have to offer. So find what is different about your business. Make sure it is fulfilling a need that your competitors have not discovered yet. Let people hear about it and be like, wow, oh, that's cool. Okay, then maybe you can add what your competitors are doing to the side. Sharing knowledge can never diminish you. I am free and very willing to share knowledge anytime because the sky is wide. It's wide,
Wow.
it's open. It's open for anybody to be there. Okay? If these nuggets, somebody shared it with me and I'm doing my business, it is not stopping them from making money. It's not stopping them from, building their own business. So even if I tell you this nuggets and you go ahead and use them, it will profit your business. It won't stop mine. So don't be afraid to ask for and don't be afraid to share because what you know today can help somebody, can help somebody's business. And in
Love it.
Nigeria, for God's sake, let us not even fight ourselves. The company, the country, rather, is difficult already. There's no light, there's no water. You pay, you are a government, you are providing your light, your road, everything. So we are already spending money without even making. So let's help each other. If you have something to share, why not share it? It doesn't diminish you at all.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. I mean, Uloma, I'm going to say this. You're making me proud. You're a wonderful person to have around. I mean, I shared time with you in school, so I know. And you're doing a wonderful job. A lot of people are, one day just made a comment. He agrees with you. One day is one of the directors at Founders Institute. So he says you cannot build in silos. I agree with you. So if you have any other question, I mean, I'll be happy to throw it at this lovely entrepreneur who is doing some amazing things. Okay, so somebody asked the same question about competition. It says, Tulokwa says, the e-commerce industry is very competitive. What's Catrola's unique selling point? What makes you guys just keep churning out those, apart from your WhatsApp messages that I get by 6 a.m., what else do you guys do?
Okay. We have this, let's say, quotes we do in the office. If our signature of satisfaction is not in that delivery, do not make that delivery. So we have this, we notice that people hate to buy online. Why? Because they order for something and something else is delivered. It can never happen in Catrolas. I'm sorry. If somebody places an order and brings something different, we reject it. And the day we find out that you are selling fake, we block you. We don't waste time. I'm sorry, if we find out exactly that we might warn you and restrict your account until we are sure you're selling original products. And what I mean by original is, for instance, somebody, you're selling, you claim that this shoe is worth 45,000 naira. Meanwhile, the shoe is 8,000 naira in the market, and you claim that is that 45,000 naira worth of shoe, and we find out, we will remove your products from the store, online store, and we will freeze your account because that is against what we do. We make sure the customer is satisfied thoroughly. Okay, so if you order something now, you are getting exactly what you ordered. If there is a reason for a change, we can suggest that change to you, because there's some customers, they'll tell you, okay, I ordered for this, it's out of stock, but if you have this other one and it's available, I can have it. So we suggest it to you. Once you say no, you don't want, we cancel that order. And if you have already made the payment, we refund you full. So that is what we have to offer, peace of mind. When you're buying in Catrolas, you are buying peace of mind. We're showing you that you're getting what you're going to get. If we tell you that this order is going to reach you in so time, it will reach you in so time. If it means us to run a loss to make sure we fulfill that promise, we will do that. Because the most important thing is that you are satisfied. And then we have this quote also in the office that says, find a way, not an excuse. Find a way, not an excuse. So my staff, they know. I tell them, find a way. This customer said, find a way. Don't give an excuse. So in one way or the other, we are satisfying you. We are satisfying you, okay? So when you buy in Catrolas, you have rest of mind that you get your delivery. You get
wow, I love that. I'll probably print that in my office whenever it opens up. Find a way, not an excuse. I mean, that's a powerful one. So, and I hope you don't mind if I steal it, because I'm going to steal it. I'm telling you, I'm going to steal it. Yeah. So a lot of people are really are making a lot of comments. Kachinandi says, very on point. Wash your hands. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good to just read it out. So, I mean, I mean, you've done well for yourself, and I really, really appreciate that.
Thank
Do you see Uloma opening a school, even if it's a small school, of sharing knowledge? What I mean is, we've gotten to a point where we need to like actually start telling our stories. For instance, I mean, I know Katrola is doing excellently well in a small corner in Lagos, and they're doing so many things, but nobody's hearing about them. Nobody knows that Uloma can mentor 5, 10 other people. Nobody has built Uloma into their network. So do you think Uloma is going to be one of those mothers, entrepreneur, wife, boss, that would, open herself up to training other people?
Yeah, I haven't yet given it a thought, but even now, I think I'm mentoring a few people. Okay, let me not call it mentoring, but in the businesses of some people, on some people's business. Like they come up to me, ask me for advice. I'm faced with this. What do you think I should do? And I just, help. But I've not thought of having that school. Maybe it will happen in the future. I don't know yet. Maybe I'm just too busy trying to build a business. But maybe subsequently something like that can happen. Maybe when I've succeeded, because I'm still growing my business. I can't claim to have gotten there. No.
I don't agree with that. I think you're already a person. So don't be modest about it.
Honestly, I'm still building my business, and I'm not there. I'm still learning. I'm a very good student. I'm open to, knowledge, profitable knowledge, of course. And subsequently, I think I should consider that. Yeah.
I mean, this is not being controversial, but there's this conversation going on right now about women entrepreneurs are really, really good. Like, I have one around me, so I know. And it's like they're not given an opportunity. So what do you think? Should there be more opportunities towards women entrepreneurs? Because they're not really given the opportunities like men. It's like men dominate a lot. So how would you advise a woman entrepreneur right now? Where should they look? What are those opportunities out there for them? Are there opportunities out there? I would naturally get an opportunity as a man, but as a woman entrepreneur, whom in quotes are building magnificent businesses right now. The banks that are, forging ahead, some of them are females that are CEOs. And you're asking yourself, why are females not, giving more opportunities? What advice would you have for women right now?
Absolutely. Women, we are incubators naturally. Whatever you give us, we have a way of nurturing it to growth. It's a natural instinct in every woman. Check every company that is being run by a woman. I dare to say that company thrives. Because women, our brain is a network of a lot of things. We have a way of multitasking, of handling family, handling business, looking at every area of the business at the same time. A man is not built that way. I used to tell my husband, I said, if I step down as the CEO, if I'm to get a CEO tomorrow, I'll get a woman. Not that I have anything against the men, but that position honestly needs a woman if you want that company to grow. Because we women, okay, look at some of these, what do you call it now? Organizations, these non-profit organizations. Most of them are doing programs, scholarships and a lot of stuff to train women in business. Because the world is beginning to realize now that women are assets. The world, I don't know, the society just has this thing, about suppressing a woman. I don't know why. But maybe by the time we realize that women are the assets that this world needs. If the world was complete and fine, for God's sake, God wouldn't have made a woman. That was something he saw. There is something that can't be complete except a woman steps into that situation, and that is the truth. If the girl child in the average Nigerian society is not trained, is not pushed, because the childbearing, home building, that whole process has a way of keeping the woman one place. When I got married, I told my husband, I'm going to have my children immediately after my wedding. I'm going to train them. I'm going to finish up with them, and I'm going to face my life, because I'm not going to allow that to tie me down. A lot of women have tied their life to just one aspect of being a woman. It's something you should rethink. Let me put it that way. Okay, there is more to you as a woman. All right, go into that. Go find yourself. Find yourself. There's a reason why you are here on earth. There's something you have to offer aside having children and being the wife of a man. There's something you have to offer. A lot of women, a lot of graves are rich, with potentials, that women that would have changed this world. All right. So yes, every day I would support training and the girl child, to build businesses. And many organizations are already doing that. Like the one I did in Lagos Business School, it was an all-women scholarship, given by Sherry Blair Foundation and ExxonMobil. They gave us a scholarship to study in the school. And right now, the one I'm in is being, sponsored by Silicon Valley, Coca-Cola and some other companies. Training women from all over the world, from Africa, sorry, in business, to let them have all they need to know about building a business. And honestly, it's helping me. I'm seeing things clearer. I'm seeing things from another perspective, and it's helping my business as well. Since I started this school, my business has shot up. It's a projectile, honestly. It's an upward projectile, okay? And I'm very grateful for that.
Thank you very much. I mean, I can account for that. I have been an entrepreneur. I started a business, and it didn't change until a woman touched it, and she just changed it. So I know the powerful woman, and I would advise you guys out there, just look into it. Yeah. So if you don't have any questions, we're rounding up the program. I would love more questions. Uloma, you have super fans. You have a lot of super fans. I'll round up the program, but the video is going to be dropping on the YouTube channel. So if you missed it, you could actually share it or get it reviewed on the YouTube channel. It's episode 20, season 1, and you can always go back to that video and watch it. It's going to be boosted. Okay, allow me, this is very insightful. It's going to be boosted, and you can always watch it. It's going to be there for at least a year, so you can always refer back to it. If you remember anything, Uloma gave us a website for scholarships. Uloma, please, would you repeat that?
Yes, opportunitydesk.com. I think they're on Instagram at opportunitydesk. I think the same thing with Twitter at opportunitydesk, and on Facebook as well. Beautiful. So you find lots of opportunities there, especially as a woman. There are lots of opportunities for women there. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Uloma. Opportunitydesk.com. Go to Opportunity Desk. You find a lot of things that you need, tools. Share it with friends. Share it with family. If you want to get to Uloma, I am happy to always do an introduction. Send me an email. Connect with simeon@gmail.com, and I will definitely get to Uloma and see how we can. And see how we can get you guys together. Thank you very much, Uloma, for coming. You've been a great blessing to us in Nigeria. You've been a great blessing to us Futoites. Thank you for that. I mean, there's not much to say, but you're an amazing person. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep making us proud. Keep making Nigeria proud. I can't wait till when I hear your Katrola is now the Amazon of Africa.
Amen to that. I can drink to that.
and we start celebrating you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for everything you do. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so that was Uloma Obichere. She is an amazing person. She shared her thoughts on things that she's done and how she's growing. If you missed it, please get to our YouTube page. I'm going to be posting this on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, so that you can actually watch this video. It is insightful. And having said that, yes, the news. Connected Analytics is launching something, and we had some small technical hiccups, but it's definitely dropping. Something that would be able to help people get more funding, able to help people, earn and build businesses. And at the same time, we're launching one of the kind mobile app that would allow you to earn rewards. If you go to iOS store and Android store right now, you can earn rewards on anything you buy, from bills and all that. And we're launching a medical insurance that would be just almost free, if not free. You could get medical insurance, you could get COVID-19 support lines, you could get different things. You could even get schooling. We have courses that can help you become a big entrepreneur like Uloma. We have a lot of things that will be given out on the store, in the store, once we launch that app fully. But you could always get it here on Connect with Simeon Ononobi. I'm going to be sharing a lot. There's going to be a lot of advertising going on. If you have a business, you could go to thankyoucash.com, register as a business, and you would get to see all the amazing stuff that we do. I love you guys. Thank you for connecting. This has been an awesome experience and awesome time. Do not miss Connect with Simeon on Tuesday. We're going to be having a lovely person in house that's going to be sharing other tips that you need to grow, either as a staff, as an investor, as an entrepreneur, or even just as a normal student. You will definitely get to learn something as we celebrate those that are doing awesome things in Africa, awesome things in Nigeria. Thank you very much for watching. It has been my pleasure hosting this show. God bless you until we meet on Tuesday. This is me saying ciao.
Look around you. Where you are right now, as you're watching this, look around your house. There are tools you have you're not using that can actually fetch you a whole lot of funds.
Forget about what people are saying. Don't listen to what people are saying. What people say about you or think about you is none of your business.
Many entrepreneurs want to build a business at the same time feed from the business. It cannot work. In Lagos,
but you just get to do something. Stop waiting for the manna to fall from heaven.
never you at any point think you have 100% strength. It's not possible. So as a leader, you focus on your strength 100%, then your weakness, you get someone to fill it in. Now, the person you are bringing in, ensure that the person's weakness is your strength.
You have to come with something to the table. So what are you coming with as a woman? What are you bringing? Is it your intellect? Is it your beauty? We all know that beauty doesn't help anybody. If not, I'll be where Dangote is today.
Please, if you are listening to me, don't try and sell what is not sellable if you don't have the funds to push it.
Thank you for connecting with Simeon Ononobi today. Live sessions hold every Tuesday and Friday at 5 p.m. Please turn on post notifications for live updates.